He spoke for me, and I could very well sit down, but I don't sit down. I also had the almost apocalyptic and doomsday scenario painted by Edgar. And for those of you who are digital, you must have assumed for one moment that your life is at an end. I can assure you that there is life beyond Edgar. But there is a sense in which he defined what the world is about. I then had the advantage of listening to the panel discussion. Anil, my friend, whom we are in the business of meeting after every 12 months, spoke about what leadership is all about. And he spoke about leadership and what leadership does. I listened to Emmanuel from Zimbabwe and the many things that he has done over the years and how he has been able to identify that leadership is about service. And I did not stop there. I listened to the incoming district governor, Rosette, explaining to us what Rotary does and how it utilizes our fund for the general good. And perhaps leadership is service. Is when you serve that you lead. And perhaps over the years, we have misunderstood what leadership is all about. Let me, at the occasion of listening to Dr. Diane, whom I've had the opportunity of meeting before this day, giving personal testimonies of what defines our continent of Africa in matters as mundane as the lack of blood at critical moments. And then, of course, we had the motivation from Dr. Emmanuel Katongole and how this idea came all the way from the Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of the Buganda, which gave meaning to the whole idea.
Good evening and welcome to today's edition of the RiverSide Talk, the Twah River platform. We are here again with another brand new edition. I want to say thank you to you all that are following all this evening. If you come across this video, we also say thank you. It is the Twah River platform. And like I always say, we are here to give you, factual and concrete information. I always like to start with Professor Pierre Lumumba. And I always say his speeches, it is a reminder to Africa. On the continent of Africa, it's time. Now, you always see me playing this man. His speeches is a reminder of what Africa should be, how Africa should look like. So on this note, I want to say thank you to you all. And today we will be in conversation with the NIMBA students in India. This will be their third appearance here tonight. Like I always said, we support education, and we will have them here again tonight to hear from them whatever they want to say. They have a program, and they have issued a lot of communications to people, permanent Liberians, Namibians, and we will be diving into those discussions here tonight. So sit tight if you have questions. you can ask the questions. If you support, you can support them as well. But on this note, I want to say thank you to you all. And disclaimer, we have no copyright to whatever music or whatever statement video recordings we play on this show. So I want to say thank you to you all. Sit tight and let's have those discussions. But before going, let's once more listen to my man, Professor P.L.O. Lumumba.
When we talk about leadership, is about learning. We are here, therefore, this evening, sacrificing our time and our money that we may lead through service. Many times in the last few years, I've had the advantage of traveling to many African countries. And one sees how Africa lacks in the most basic of things. Sometimes, if one is a pessimist, one is likely to surrender. And
okay, we'll hold it right there. I want to say thank you to you all for joining us here tonight. Those of you that will come across this video that are watching, want to say thank you for following us. It is the Twah River platform. It is 5:08 Standard Eastern Time, 9:08 Liberian time. I believe it's after 2 a.m. in India. And here we are again with another group of students, the student leadership from India. They are once again here. Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Twah River.
Good evening.
Thank
Good
you.
evening. Good morning. Good morning from our end, and good evening to Liberia, America, and other parts of the world as per the times we have this beautiful time. So it's a blessing to be here again, and it has been a while. We went for a break, and we thank God that we were given the opportunity to be back on the show.
Okay. All right. If you say you went for break, where did you went to? In India or you went to Liberia?
I said break because I believe a few times we were not part of your shows because it was jamly packed with a lot of dignitaries. Even though we were standing back behind the scene to come, but your show was very packed. So that's why I used the term we went for break. But we are here in India. I will break everything into English.
I thought you went Liberia. I mean, you
No,
be our own, and so maybe I thought you traveled with the president of Liberia.
no. We are here.
All right, it's a pleasure to have you guys here again tonight. Want to say thank you to you all once more. It is the Twah River platform. The only thing I need from you guys is to share this to your followers so that they too can have the conversation we will be having here tonight. Okay, let's start the ball rolling. Why are we here tonight? How was the program and how did it go?
Well, actually, let me take the lead, you know, so that the president and other people on the platforms will try to say something. Actually, previously, as we appeared making publicity on this media platform and other media outlets in Liberia, we called on leaders seeking support towards our student leadership or organization here in India, and those communications we sent out, the main date mentioned for the program was June 13. So June 13 was the program, and we postponed the program to July 18 because we were not able to meet up with our expectations, like responses we expect from our invitees or guests who we expect to come and grace our occasion. We did not really get any response from them. So this is what led to our postponement of the program, and the new schedule is June 18. And the next one is we also experienced that there were two groups of the Nema Student Union. So we also decided to unite and become one. So it was accepted as per those two groups, and we agreed. Today we are one group, and we also have our national county sports meet going on here in the edition, where Nima County is also taking part. So with that, we can have two projects on hand. So that's why we postponed the program to July, and for us to be part of the sporting activities, because the organizing committee had the full authority. So we believe that it will also unite us because we've been having series of meetings online. So the county meets brought all of us together, and we met physically, share ideas, our thoughts. So right after the county meets, uh, our next plan now is it will be focusing on the our launching and the induction ceremony, which we postponed to July 18. So this is what we actually have to say tonight, this evening. I believe we are many on the platform. Others will have to say something about it. Thank you.
So you're not taking your content with Benito India. All right, that's a good layout. Mr. President, it's over to you. How is since the postponement of the event, and even before that, how was the preparation in terms of the invited guests and everybody? Were there any concrete or excitement about them coming out to support the student organization?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us again. You know, we have been working for our program that was scheduled for June 13, and the student committee been working tirelessly. But we discovered in between that there exists a few handful of people that under the same under similar umbrella of Nimba University student in India. So when we discovered that, we decided to come together as one family. Uh, so we went in that peace resolution talks, and you know anything that comes from the country is always good. So we had the peace talks, and the group was dissolved, and they joined this bigger one. So we were in that for like a week. So and now we are moving forward. One of the reasons for which the the program were postponed from June 13 and rescheduled for July 18 is because of we want for for everybody from Nima County that are here going to school to feel the impact. So we thought it was, we said, okay, since uh, the Association of Liberal Students in India have decided to stage a county meet, which has to do with the sporting activities. We had to use the means to bring people, to bring all of the environments together, so that all of them feel the impact. And another reason for which the program was postponed again is that all of our lawmakers, all of our leaders in Nimba County, we wrote them to grace the occasion and to help us in the process of what we've been passing through. And they 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 they, they were not responding, or they are not responding for like our expectation. So we decided to have a general meeting so that we will see reason as to what to do, because it's not about just going to lunch, but it's about what to do so that our plan will come to pass. So we decided to say, okay, but since it's like this, and other lawmakers say, oh, the time is precious, this, that. And with all of these circumstances that I just listed previously, we decided to push it ahead, or push it maybe to give 1 month. Uh, so we rescheduled that for July 18, and we are working on that. And the reason for which we appear here tonight is that so that you can flare this information for us, so that your platform can flare this information for us. There are so many leaders from Nima County that we always talk with them, we call them, but they don't see these things to be important to them, or maybe probably it's not campaign time, or maybe probably we are not reached. We are not reached to the level of which when you call them, even you don't call them, they want to call you. But we are passing through a lot here. We are in a country where the government, or we are not feeling the impact of our country. Like there's no embassy, there's no consulate in this place, and we have been crying over and over and again. The Association of all Liberal Students in India have tried their best, but their best is not getting good enough. So as for we come from Nima County, we think that okay, when we join this thing, crowd, probably some of our lawmakers will take this thing to be very serious, to push it in the house there, so that at least you having but pretty close to 3,000 students from Liberia attending in India, where there's no embassy, is appalling. It's appalling. So we just fighting hard, so that at least someone will come from there and see what are we passing through, what are some of the things that we're passing through here, so that there'll be changes made. But yeah, it kind of a difficulties here. So we have come tonight or this morning, so that you can help us flag this thing to the people. Place this information on their text one way or other, the means, or whatever means that you can do, so that at least they will understand and see reason of coming for this program. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Dixon, you are welcome. And finally, Charles is connected. Jackson, it's over to you. Even though you're one of the students, but your panelist, you can ask your question. I'll sit there and watch you today. You will ask all the questions.
Thank you very much. See you, and let me say good morning to the president, the PR, and all of the program committee chairman. 3 questions as relates to the postponement of this program. Since the communication have been spread to the very local, the leadership of NIMBA. And based on the timing, they have been complaining of a time being short, and you guys have extended this inauguration of this association. What have been the response since the postponement of this timing as per the program? Is there any positive result as per the postponement?
Any of you can answer.
Yeah, anyone can answer too.
Well, the engagement continues. Like I spoke few days ago, I spoke with Honorable Koto Kwaglu, and he said he was in China. And one of the things he said to me is that uh, coming from Liberia to also come in India is one thing. And if it is based on support, like we explained about the constraint the student community is faced with, where some other students cannot afford based on the financial challenges, he's turning back to support. So this was that was what he told me. And secondly, after I engaged him about the embassy issue, he said we can reduce that into writing. It is not about traveling from Liberia to come here. We can reduce it into writing, but he said again, always there can be information permeating in the corridor that Liberian students are not behaving well in India, and they've been discussing that in caucus. So it will be better if we want for them to engage the embassy issues or to discuss it in section, we reduce it as Nimbaans, that all of what been happening here we are not part of. We have been the victims. Uh, those who continue to attack us, we should reduce it into writing that we have been a victim that we've been attacked before or brutal by some of the gangs, so that we can send him the communication to be discussed in section. And one person I also spoke with is the COS of the vice president, Honorable Prince Menkaro Gbe. We also spoke and I engaged him about the launching, and he said he here and they're going to discuss it also in their office to get back to us with their response. Honorable Koga also we spoke, and he also told me that he's thinking about it. The first schedule for in his schedule says we already postpone the program time is okay, and he's going to get back to us. But traveling from Liberia to come here, everything is depends on financial or finance. So he will think about it, and they can be busy. Most often I can call them Sunday and Saturday, sometimes Friday. So I'm waiting to get back to him this coming Friday and Saturday, something like that. And the next person I spoke with was Honorable Samuel G. Wugbe, the president for UNICO, United Nima Citizens in America. And he said to me that that very day, it was prior to their general meeting, where he told me after engaging about everything, he said he will be reporting to the leadership, the newly elected leadership. But before then, they have a budget for students. So he's going to share with them maybe this year budget will be allocated to the international students account this year. But actually, they got budget also that every year they can be helping students back home in Liberia, Nima County, and other parts. For that time, I always call him to Friday, let's say Saturday and Sunday. So I'll get back to him to hear from him. Yeah. So this is where we are for now.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to digress the conversation a bit as relates to the NIMBA students in India. I think of recent an imbalance was attacked within your area, especially from footage. And these are some of the issues as per the reasons this organization was formed, I mean. What have the leadership done as relates to the lady that was assaulted brutally by one of those individuals as leader of the association? Because squarely the reason of this association is on the basis of coming together as Nigerians to be in support whatsoever it may be. What have the leadership done since an Nigerian was assaulted, and up to this time we are not getting any feedback?
Thank you. Uh, we have been in sympathy. We have been in empathy with our sister that was brutalized by the same people that we're complaining about. You know, my brother, one thing that we facing with here is that anything that someone do or someone does to you in this country, you, you go to the Indian authority or the police like that, they would not take it serious. I've been into these things more especially when it comes to Mervyn Bono issue, the beginning of the same year. We visited almost all of the police stations in Louisiana. We visited most of the police stations. My names are there all over. So they did not take anything serious. We go there, they will tell us, say, same people. In as much as they can even say that it's 14 case. But you know, we have been actually, we that from Nimba County, we have been trying our best when things happen to any of our brothers or sisters in this place here. You know, for Melvin, first we we did our best. We tried our best. In fact, my wife was the one said about treating Melvin because sometimes when any of us or Malcolm when things like that happen, by the time we carry the person to the hospital, like when they see the blood, they can say go for police clearance first. And the people who know things here is quite different. It had to understand. So, but for our sister Comfort that was beaten by one of the gangs again, we were there. We tried our best in about week way, one way or other, individually. But the organizations will come up with something, and we are planning as to what to do. But it is difficult. These people live together. These people they do everything in common. This according to what we heard, said the girl in question girlfriend and this our sisters they are friends, you know, and different things. It's hard to explain on this platform, but we are trying our best. We even our presence can be felt in their life or people's life in this place when it comes to Nimba or Nimba community. Yes, we are trying our best, but it is difficult to because if these things could happen in other country, step will be taken, and these are things that we are crying or we are here tonight for, so that at least there must be something or a consulate. Yes, we know that this is organization. We have to try our best. I mean, we got to do things, but it is difficult to say to use our own power. The way to use our own power. You know, I mean, like here now, we are now ready together the same place to see one another is have a difficult, but we have been trying our best, my brother. And one way or other, individually, some of us we have been trying our best in the life of safe comfort.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. This has not been a voice of Africans for the bias to be attacked, especially from that particular end, and taking into considerations that numerous issues of such, the police will always say, "You guys go home and settle it," and they don't take it very serious. And this have been normal thing that those guys have been normally doing to Liberian students or to each other within the student communities. And squarely for the purpose of the organization is to be there to protect and support each other. And seeing one of us in these conditions being beaten by a gentleman who is no who once attacked Melvin Gono and left free, and now he's attacked one of our sisters, which is comfort. So, like you said, for me, I'm aware of those issues, and I know how the police situation look like within India. So, what is it like the leadership is trying to do as since the all necessary work has been done, like going to the police station? At first was Melvin issues, and police did not go into it, and they went scar free, and now we are to comfort issues. Is it normal that those guys will be doing without getting any redress, just in case because of the police situation? They are not taking into consideration that somebody has been hurt, the police should take action. What is the next strategies that the leadership will try to put in place that one of us will not be affected in the future?
Yeah, I think it's a similar thing. We all trying to bring it on table the idea we are looking for. Like we're trying to for Nels. For Melvin. When we tried our best on the side, was about it was not getting good enough. What we did, we decided to engage uh, the parents of these people from Liberia involved into that because and so that at least a parent because one way or other we know one another. Yeah, we are connected one another in Liberia. Liberia is a very small country. So what we did is that maybe somebody some people were involved of sending one or the guy was involved into sending the gang on Melvin Godo. So the parents of that person we decided to engage the parents and they both parents now decided to meet in Liberia there and that were resolved. So this one too we are trying our best to uh we're trying to flag this thing up. We're trying to carry on social media. They block us. Then we are in communication with them, trying to engage these people and this individual that always do these things, so that because at first he that did the thing was not involved directly with Melvin issue. Yes, he men were involved with that. But for this one, we're trying to get to the parents. We can try to get to his parents in Liberia to, I mean, to call them. To let them know of what their son have done to our own brothers, our own sister in this place. So we try. That's the only way. That's the only easier way or to resolve these things because when it comes to one another in the because some of us, you myself will not see the people in the street, so we're fighting them. Yeah, and again, when we get the police station, nothing can happen. So I think the best thing we could do is what to engage the parents on our side. Another one is that uh, when to engage the authorities in Liberia to get them involved. Probably maybe like the Malaki say okay you send your children in that or you send your son or you send your children in that place and this is that thing that they're doing to other people. So I think they can talk to Indian government to send the people back or to send a person that always do the same back. I think that what we're trying to do or what we are then engaging in now presently. But to just deal with this issue in India alone is not working.
Okay, gentlemen,
Thank you.
Jesse,
I
are
see
coming
you.
there.
Let me.
Hold on 1 second, please. You know, the photo I just saw, and you guys sitting here saying it is a Liberian that did this to another Liberian, then definitely something is wrong over there because no human, especially a lady at that rate, to be assaulted with blood all over on her is quite, disheartening. Disney, you can ask your question, and then after that, we will go to Franklin to ask his question.
Let me get to the Mr. Charles. I think you are the chairperson for the program committees. Charles, can you please delve into the actual budget for the program and what are the significance of those budgets and the benefits the NIMBA students tend to benefit if this budget is to be approved or if the budget is low?
Yo, we
Okay,
hear you.
thank you. Thank
Hello?
you so much for
Can you
Yes.
mute yourself? Charles, can you mute yourself? Let me ask a question. Are you getting me?
Yeah. I've
Okay.
muted him. Go ahead.
I'm
Okay.
getting you. I'm
Okay,
getting
this
you
one.
live.
Okay, I'm asking you. Can you at first the first budget that was proposed, if I'm not mistaken, it was around I think 20 or I don't know how many thousand. I think I was told that there was some discrepancy with the calculations. Can you tell us today what is the actual budget of this program?
Okay, the issue of the post probably you said you saw it was typographical error that we actually have a fixed budget that we intended to be 15,000, but mistakenly the person who took our records, the person mistakenly added another zero. No, in figure, if you add zero to a certain figure, the figure changes. So it went to previously it went to 150,000, which it was not planned. So when we realized it, we sent reminder communication to those who we were rating, and we told them that the actual budget was not 150,000, but the actual budget is 15,000 United States dollar. Actual budget for our program is 15,000 United States dollar. And the intent of this 15,000, like Otto has said, we don't want for our students or for our citizens from Nema to think what we call in our local language Zogos, to turn to people who will be harming people in India, because most of those who have harming our own people in India today, people who have failed, people who don't have support, people who came here and then due to financial issue, they couldn't make it. So at the end, some of them they join friends, and then they become danger to the society, and we are going through today. So the actual budget is 15,000, and we are looking up to at least 10 of 11 students to help them to enter school this semester. And thank God that this our program is in this month. I mean next month. So after next month, July, the following month, school will be in session. So we are fighting by all means that our students don't be left out from classes, because if we don't have this month, next semester, which will be starting August, we will experience that most of our students will be left out. We are actually generating funds to sponsor our students who are financially challenged. Some of them have lost their sons, and some of them, since they came here, that sponsors will help them, they sack them, and some of them when
Charles, you actually need to go off account and try to enter back, because your line is kind of like breaking and grounding. So if you hear me, go back off and come back. Yeah, they're having network problem tonight. Okay, well, folks, we are here again tonight in conversation with a student, the NIMBA students in India. And previously, this is their third appearance. First appearance, they were here, they applied before Liberians. And the last time we came here again, spoke about the preparation. We are here again tonight. They have come to inform us the program has been postponed to July 18th. And all proceedings, preparation is what we are talking about. But one thing that, that kept coming up throughout this discussion that I always say and wonder, gentlemen, any of you can answer this question. Besides, I know we're talking about there's no consulate in India for Liberians. besides that, is there a prominent Liberian, there that can, step up as a leader figure? Because this is very alarming. All those things we're talking, it is not, Indian doing this to Liberians, though they might be doing it. But we're talking about Liberians, and always it is the same people that you guys are always saying. Is there any other person in that country who have been there long enough, understood the people operations to be able to step up as a leader for Liberians?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We try to get that. I don't think we. It has been difficult to get this kind of information, and we hope to see these things happen. Yeah. CEO, it has been very difficult. Every one of us here, like everybody, fighting for themselves. You know, one way or other, we're trying our best so that these things will not happen. But who will take the lead? I mean, no, who because here I mean, we think that a school that we are attending, will help when things happen to us outside. Like for example, now, like the case studies of Mervyn Gono. Okay, the person that decided to send the guns to Mervyn Gono and is a student that he and Melvin attending the same school. So, with the first, I mean, so when these things happen overnight, we went there. We decided to intervene. We took the case directly first to the school authority because I mean, they renewed our permit. They renew. I mean, even that expire that they one we go to and the process they can do the process for us. So we get to them as our also is a 14 case you go to police people. So you go to police people. Or better say, the Mervyn man should come and pay a fine, and the other guy I mean the other guy should come and pay another a fine because I decided to look for against to do these things. What is happening? Is that network problem?
Yeah, I believe
What
it
are you
is
getting me?
your. It is. We getting you, but I think it's your network problem. But you clear. Go
Hello?
ahead. Yes, go ahead. Anybody can pick up from where he stopped.
Hello?
Yes. So yeah.
I,
So
I don't understand
with
how what
regards
happening here now.
to your question, CEO, to admit when things happened here, we expect our various universities we are attending to step in to see how best any issues of such should be resolved. But first of all, we have the biggest organization which we considered to be the embassy for the entire Liberian students, which we call the Association of Liberian Students in India, ALSR. We got president, let's say we got leadership. So when issues of such happen, the first person we communicate with is the president, the national president. And then we look up to the national president. If the issues, since we don't have a leadership, let's say a consulate general or ambassador here, she will be the medium between the student community and the government of Liberia. Suppose we have ambassador here will be easier and the complaint will be taken directly to the ambassador or the consulate general. But what she does most often is to take the information directly to the government of Liberia and call government attention into it, like what happened when one of our colleagues was grossly killed in Raipo State. She has to send a communication, fire in communication in Liberia before government attention, you know, was called upon and they came in and the case was like between government and government and the association now the government of Labrador asked us to wait and continue to follow the information why the case is now between the government and government, Indian government and Labrador government. So we are now siding with our government of Liberia for justice. So, like to answer your question, anytime when issues of such happen, the first person we look up to is the association president. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking those questions is that because we kept on hearing there is no a consulate in India, and with over 2,000 plus Liberians in India, I think there should be some form of authority figure that will come up to that will be addressing those issues. And I don't know the law of India too, because we're talking about life here. It's if something happened and then you're saying seeing people, nothing comes out of it, it means you no, the law should be able to protect everybody. That's part of you being a foreigner in the country. But like I said, I don't know the India constitution and their laws and things, but I think the basic human right extends to everybody. If something happened, authority figure should be able to step in, then telling people they are the same people, y'all go settle among yourselves. It is a wake up call to our government that those things, even at times, those recordings when you're among them, they say they seen people, y'all record those things and share on social media. Because some of them can, most of them men listen to those platforms. Let them listen and see. If whether an Indian man will be in Liberia, something happened, go to the police and they say that social Indian, y'all go settle it. Frankly, it's over to you. Ask your question.
Okay, thank you so much for the show and welcome.
Since Frankie is still trying to figure out his internet from Liberia. Frankie, are you back now?
Yeah,
Franklin is back.
yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Uh, as I was saying, welcome to the show, our guest, and this is not your first time. We are great that you are here, you at home. I've been following the conversation, and I want to quickly know whether this organization is duly recognized by the authorities in India and Liberia, because you are discussing critical issues, and people have to have full authority over it before adjudicating anything. Do you have legal documents to prove that your organization is duly registered?
Yeah. Um, Thank you for the question. But to answer, if the Indian government they do not actually give credence to too much student grouping they consider to be political. So the only association that is recognized a bit by the Indian government is the Association of Liberian Students in India, which we call AOSR in acronym, because it is the biggest organization and most of our things we're doing here, you cannot really come in a gathering. Most of it can be online. So for NUSI, that's why you see today we are struggling to see how best we'll do the launching so that others will be aware of us. So We are just a newly established institution and we want to launch it. To answer your question, we are not recognized by any government. The only organization recognized by the government is the entire Liberian Students Association here in India.
Okay, if so, are you aligning with the Liberia Association for your organization to be able to gain relevance in that area? Because we are saying this thing, there will come a time that people will want to know your involvement, and I must appreciate you for the establishment because people come from here and they don't have anything to do, and there are things going on. Even one of my church brothers, I heard that he nearly got fired by a landlord in India there. So if there is nobody to talk to you or talk about you for you, it becomes an issue. So that you should work hard and be able to see relevance like what you are doing. Even the school, you should also try to get some recognition from them that anything you do, they will be able to back you up. That they will be able to also talk to the government of India or Liberia and also the foreign affairs. We got the education ministry here. You should work hard and be able to gain those status that you will be able to operate on. And do you have statistics of the students from NIMBA that are currently in India as organization?
Canada. Thank you. You know, firstly, let me come to your first question. You know, our status when it comes to being recognized. The first thing is that the biggest organization, which is the ASR, fortunately very very hard, for us to be known in this place. But one of the things that will make us to be known in this place is what we're discussing today, which has to do with Liberia Embassy in India. That which all of us here now, including you, we can even help in the process of talking to our leaders in Liberia to establish an embassy in India. Anything apart from that, a bit difficult. So we grouping ourselves like this so that we can be united because we don't have anything of such. Anything of such. So if we are not doing these things, when things happen in India, nobody will know. Nobody will know. See there? So, and when it comes to the statistics, on a daily basis, people travel to come in India here because India is one of the countries that it is not difficult to travel to. Yeah, like other countries, like in European country, I think to process student, for students to do their process to go to that kind of country, it's difficult. Even though it happens, but it's difficult. But for India, it's very simple. It take you maybe less than a week, or maybe less than 2 weeks. The process is done. You need to get a plane ticket to Sakam. So we take statistics on a daily basis, and India is a very big country that to get all of the NIMBA students here together is kind of difficult. But we have at least a statistic that we can depend on. We personally now we are close to 200 students that we know of. But on a daily basis, people come in and other people trying to join the group. Other people come in and say, "Oh, my brother just came from India. In Liberia, so I'm adding the person in the group." And some people stay here too. We are now know them, and we're trying to know them. But we are pretty close to 200 students.
Okay, it's good to know because you are in the advanced country and having database or such will help you in terms of any eventuality and also the contact tracing that you are talking about back home in India there, it will help you because if you know the person's area or residence and you know where the person from in Liberia, all of the information will guide you. So thank you so much, and I turn over back to the CEO.
All right, thank you. Well, folks, like I said, we are in conversation with the NUSI organization. There is an Nimbayan student in India. We are here. We are talking serious matter here tonight. Jackson, it's over to you. If you still have questions, like I said, I've been asking you a minute. Your turn now to ask questions. Let me just sit back.
So thank you very much, CEO. So let's get to the main issue of the program. Mr. Chairperson of the Planning Committee, let's get to know, since the postponement of this program and the targeted budget is 15K, how much have the organization able to achieve within the length of time since the budgets came out? How much have you guys received from all those you guys has written? Is it like you guys want those people that have been invited to come, or you want their support?
Charles, you are muted. Your line is so bad tonight.
Okay. Like I was saying, we have actually received any amount from any person. Those who we have written, I think there will be a penalty that who are those that we have written, and we will tell you. For those that we have written,
Charles, you are coming very bad. You are coming very bad. You are coming very bad.
Are you
Charles,
getting me?
again.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Can I come in now?
Okay,
Okay,
try.
Much better.
Okay, so like I was saying, for those we have written, they are not giving us or anything to admit. We are getting anything from them. I know that there's a pending question. Probably ask who are those that you are written, and we'll list them to you. But in sincerely, we have not received anything from those that we are written. But we are still hopeful. We are still hopeful because from the engagement, they still kept giving us and also they will try. If they don't come, some of them saying if they don't come, they will see a contribution. So we are still hopeful that we will receive what we actually want to achieve. But up to now, zero, we are getting nothing.
So the follow-up question is it that the invitations for them to attend the program, or the invitation is for them to make their contribution? Charles, you are coming, madam.
Jackson, hold on 1 second. Charles, it's like you have a receiver nearby, or you log in twice. You got to get a one account. Charles, are you there?
Hello?
Okay, try again. You okay?
Yeah,
No.
Your question, please. I got Jason, but I did not get you clear.
No, I said it's like you have a receiver nearby, or you log in twice. You might want to get off one and just go with one. So that's what happened. All right.
So any of you guys can answer the questions that within the leadership. Those invitations are extended to the NIMBA leadership. Is it that they should attend the program or their contribution towards the student community within India?
Yeah, thank you. I think our chairman there facing difficulties. It always happens, even when you're communicating with him to that other place. I mean, yeah. So the people that wrote them, we invite we're inviting them. We will not say, oh, we want you to support. We got to invite them, and everything that we intend to do in their letter. So if you don't come, you got to say support. So, and our major target is the support. Then, and we want at least one or two persons to come from Liberia too, and so that they can come and see too, and believe. Like our brother from Franklin was asking some technical questions. Somebody sitting there, at least when you come and see it for yourself in the community, you will know what is happening. That is the reason why we are stressing that at least one or two persons should come from Liberia to come. But we are not just basing on group. All of them to come in this place. But we are looking for support. We are looking for support. But they are like you, Mr. Jackson's go. You have been in the AISR organization. Let's say the government. The kind of situation that we found ourselves in here. The problems that students are facing in this place here. There are people that for me, I know them personally from Nima County that are not even going to school at all. Even in my community where I'm living now, I know them personally. Not one, not two, or maybe, about 6 to 7 persons from Nima County. They come to my place. They are not going to school no more. Some of them is facing documents problem. Some of them, they are 2 semesters past, they are not written tests because of school fees. Because there's no financial support from their sponsor again. No more sponsor. Not continuing to sponsor them again. I know them personally. I have written. I'm in touch with them every day on a daily basis. Even last night, one of them was here. That whether he will go to school again, he don't know. He want to go back Liberia. We discussed that. This is not about making up story, or this is not about making things that for people to satisfy themselves. No, this is a reality of what is happening, or what are happening among us in this place here. So we are soliciting funds to help. We are looking for help from our people. Yeah. And again, and after our induction ceremony, we are trying to pull mechanism into place that before a parent from Nima County send their child or his or child in this place to go to school, you have to understand, you have to get inquiry from this particular committee that we're about to set to tell you the reality of what is happening before you send your child here. Because people send their children here, or let's say people here, there are other people here that have been victimized. They don't know, they don't get anything now. So they lie to people, even our own brothers and sisters here. They lie to people back home that here things working all fine, things is good. People are going to school, people are working. When you come, you have a job. All this one, and they lie to people so that they can get commission there. They can get commission from them on the processing of students who come in this place here. When they come to the join the same group, there are people here like that. So how are we going to stop these things? So we need to be in communication with one. We are trying, our government trying to put that market into place, set up a committee to be direct communication with the let's say some radio station in Nima County there, so that and before you send your child in India to go to India school is good. We know it's good, but you can't just get in and just send your child in this place here. Yeah, you must understand what is good. What are some of the challenges people face here? Whether some people can kind of say, somebody lied to me. They say there's a scholarship here, 75% scholarship, 100% scholarship. I don't know how to register, but I came here now. Instead, I want to pay school fees. We know about these people. There are people here like that. They're frustrated. They want to go back. So we don't want for this thing to happen. We want for our brothers to come and join us to learn, but they should come with the clear mind, with the clear understanding that yes, I'm going there, that there is no job in India, there's no scholarship for me to go and get scholarship in that place there. All these things that we need to erase that mentality from people's mind. That is what I want to focus on.
So, Mr. President, thank you very much. Like you have said it all. There's too many constraints as relates to people try to get commissions within from back home, because when the mentality come with you are going to try to go to school in India have 50, 60, 70% scholarship. For me, no more I say it's a scam, because it's just like a threshold. Like somebody say my school fee is 1,000, but I'm saying 2,000. I give you 50% scholarship. Their target is 1,000, so that 50% is just something that is just added to the money, so you can just feel like yes, indeed, this is the money that you are going to pay. So there is too many constraints. Like in India, here we are all here. We know what it takes to live in India. People get a mentality that living in India is very cheap and all of those things. If you do your conversion rate aspect, India rupee to United States dollars, $400. I mean, 400 rupee is $5 USD, and you can spend 400 rupee within like 10, 15 minutes, because it's just going in market. And at $5, you can buy 2 minutes within in Liberia. But people don't look at it in India. They say that India is very cheap and all of those things, because if you use 400 rupees, it's just a transportation to move from one place to another place. It means you are used $5 per within like 1 or 2 minutes. But yeah, people just have the mentality that yes, indeed, yes, India is cheap. When you come here, you get all of these things. Yes, why they say that the organizations cannot write like the NIMA legislative caucus instead of writing individual, because I think the individual's writing is not yielding fruit. Can this communication be sent directly to the NIMA legislative caucus, informing them as per the struggles Nimbayans are facing within India?
I think it's just like our chairman is not actually back yet. I think we will meet and discuss that. I mean, it's a good idea. It's a good idea too. So we'll get to that.
So, like, I just want to recommend this because we are getting too many Nimbayans being affected, are being beaten. We can attach some of those recordings, those pictorials, and send it to our local representative back home to have them inform the rationale behind forming of these organizations, how the organization will be a hope for the Nimbayans are pursuing higher education in India, because this thing that happened to this lady is very terrible, and they beat her too badly, and they're happening to her, happening to Melvin, and not only her. Too many of those things are happening within the student communities, especially to the Nimbayans. And if anybody like from Nimba County South try to take action, they say Nimba people are wicked, they are violence, all of those things. So we appreciate your leadership, and recommend that these issues of communication should be sent to those real leadership, attaching some of those terrible pictorials to it, and inform them the reason and purpose of which this organization has been formed, to help Nimbayans are pursuing education in India. That's why I want to recommend to your leadership. Thank you. It's back to you, CEO.
All right, thank you. So, myself, I received a copy of that letter, and I have some few observations. I think it is a recommendation. Since we are, we are not getting the yield result from those guys in Liberia. I think at this point, what we should be focusing on, instead of them coming, we should be focusing on helping the student community. And I think the content of that letter should state clearly that, if you guys are sending for maybe a guest speaker and chief launcher, this and that, that's clearly different. But for support, I think the content should be, we are asking you to please support our student community here in India. That way, we'll be separating come and attend, because if one may look at it, the expenditure that comes with buying plane ticket to go to India, I can't take that money and give it to them. So I think we should weigh those options and be able to do what we can. Now, we are talking about this program comes July 18. Who is actually the guest speaker for this occasion? And have this person consented of being there on that day? Because the whole goal here is somebody to come as guest speaker and maybe live that. Who is this person?
Yeah, thank you. Like we said from the beginning, our communication was addressed to the vice president to come and serve as a guest speaker. And we also realized that his coming uh, is at the national level right now. He appears political. So we continue with the engagement, and the COS in the office of the vice president said he's going to share that. But one way or the other, he can empower any of them, whether it's special aid, Edin Coden, or he, the COS, any of his office staffers to come and serve in that capacity to proceed on his behalf. So basically, like I said, Friday, Saturday, I'll try to reach out. Those people, they are very busy. So yeah, with so many engagements. So we also reach out to them through calls again this coming Saturday and Sunday to hear from them, because they promised us that very soon they'll respond to us regards to our communication. Yeah. So, yes, speaker, we are looking up to the vice president.
Okay. Mr. Miami, it's over to you.
Yeah, okay. All right. As I sit and listen to you, I'm getting ideas from what all you are saying. Like what Jackson was saying, I think it would be good. Anytime we have our guests on the show, especially from the students like this, these are some of the things that they are going through. Like what happened, the incident. If our platform can allow us, we can show some of these videos, let people watch them on our platform live, and those photos, let us have them to display so people can be able to see it. All right, now I listened to you, let's say, what he said about inviting people and myself. I was looking at it. Sometimes we look at dignitaries, sometimes we look at high profile people and invite them on program, and for all people that are striving. And my one advice to you is don't chase the big names. You can even look for people within the business community, people that are doing other private jobs that are able to help you. Uh, I want to know whether you reach out to some of these special people from our Nima business community, or people that are low class but they are able to help you come up. Did you reach out to them?
In regards to our communication, we left no one out. The business community, some of the business tycoons in Nima, people like Honorable Goss Holding, Odysseus Kano, we sent communication to him. WBHO CEO, Mr. Marco Tike, we sent communication to him. Honorable Mr. Prince Howard, we also sent King Hazara, we sent communication to him. And if we can sit here to say we are naming all of them, we will not go because of time. Yeah, we will not finish it because of time. Yeah, those are people that many of us we know them, and we send communication to them. Uh, Ambassador Augustine Gwen, Lab Sports, where CEO, we send them communication, and I mean we are not leaving, we did not even leave anyone in Nema County, basically when it comes to our business community, Christian community, and that of our leaders, stakeholders in Nema, and even in Liberia. We sent it about 31 communications we sent out, and we continue to make a follow up, sending another letters. So there where we are now. But it is really very hard and difficult for them because when what I captured from uh, the CEO speech that we should first look at this seeking for support instead an individual coming to India to witness or grace the occasion. It will be so much boring in their eyes. So I looking at it to be one of the reasons that are making them not to respond to us positively. But I believe that if we continue to engage them in terms of support, they will, say something about it because they can remain there and send us what they have. Yeah, so this is what I have to say as regards to your question. In sending our communications, we did not segregate any of them. The business community, Muslim community, as well as the entire leadership in Nema County.
Okay, all right. I think that's a great answer. And one thing also I would like you to do is to establish collaborations with people on ground. Especially, we have Nima University in Nima, we have University of Liberia, where they have branches of Nima University Students Association, NUSA. You can have collaboration with them and see that. Because let me tell you, student leadership is one of the difficult things that people have. When we were at the University of Liberia in the undergrad program, even the COS today in the office of the vice president, he experienced that. He was a student leader and he used to knock at the doors of people around here for them to help. So in this case, since they have the opportunities in their hand now, they should know that what students go through is not easy. So he will also explain to you his own problem within the student community, which I know will also guide you in the process. Even the Honorable Victor Closer, he was once a student leader. Almost all of them took part in student leadership and they know the difficulty involved. All right. In this case, I would like you, if my suggestion would be well taken, that you establish collaboration with these people, that they will be knocking at their doors. Because most of them will say, sitting abroad or somewhere, sending them messages, they won't guarantee them to that extent. So if you have 4 soldiers on ground, we are represented from these people, we are this, we are that, and they are organizing maybe mini program on your behalf, it will be better. So I think you are doing well, and we must commend you for that. So thank you.
Okay, so just to clarify, right? I think the last time we were on this show, when you guys were speaking, there's a guy, his name is Vani. To make this clear, the numbers and the contact information were sent to him. But whether he has fulfilled the promise he made, I don't know. But I just want to make that clarity that I forwarded the information to him. I can even send the screenshot conversation between he and I. So I don't know whether he has fulfilled that promise. Now, what we all say here tonight is, gentlemen, for you guys to succeed. And myself here, I run an organization. I've been leader of organization for a very long time. There are disappointments. It's just a guidance to you guys tonight. There are disappointments, especially when it comes to these things. And I think when I saw that invitation, my mind went to that. What is making that little bit friction is that to go India, gotta rent hotel, I gotta do all of that. So it's breaking into the minds of people. If you decide to invite people, You go straight there ahead. Your guest speaker, all the people that you want them come in person is different, but your support now, go straight there. We need your help. So I think we can work around that communication and see how best those people will respond. And like Franklin said, all we are looking for now is how you guys can be helped in India. Let's maybe people that you trust in Liberia can go around to those many office. And for me, right now they're taking me to be politician of what I'm sitting here doing. They say I want to be represented. I want to open radio station. I'm picking a real Liberian colloquial. I want to open platform. So they're taking me now to be politician. Most of them don't even want to answer my call these days. So I think it is very much important now that we, maybe find people that are very trustworthy, that y'all can engage to tackle this issue for you guys in Liberia. Jackson, it's over to you. If you have any question, if not, then we'll go to them to get a parting comments, and then we'll wrap it up from here.
Yeah, I think we are all just coming up with recommendations aspect the issues that is confronted with all of us. Now become a panelist. We are all in India. We know what we are all facing, especially when it comes to the constraint we are faced with here when it comes to students taking care of our needs and wants and all of those things. And with the challenges we are faced when it comes to what comfort is facing of recent, because those are some of the issues that government should prompt into, because these issues have to be with attacking someone or vandalizing someone's life or getting into taking something from them and nothing come from all of it. If we get to the Indian police stations, nothing, absolutely nothing will do with the Indian police do. And I think the association Square for the student will help get into helping some of those constraints the students are faced with. I'm in the student leadership, the national leadership of the Liberian student in India. I know some of the constraints we are faced with. We receive call on a daily basis as relates to what students are confronted with. So if the association is Square for NIMBA students, and this association all were in Rwanda, they had NIMBA students over there. I think the superintendent visited them once. And especially in India, we had too many Nimbayans attending this side of a country. So we recommend that we are all working within the leadership. We'll keep seeing how best we'll get involved to see what we can do. But we'll ask you people too that have influence in Liberia to communicate with those people that we are doing this query for the benefit of Liberian students. I mean, the Nibayans are pursuing education in India. Some of them were full to come in India on a 50% scholarship. Some of them were brought into this country because they lied to them. If you come, the first and foremost thing you do is to just pay your first semester school fee. The rest will be taken care of by the institution you will be working with. And as we speak, there are some of our friends who are back in Liberia still fooling our Liberian students. I mean, our Liberians, brothers and sisters, are coming in India on the basis of 50% scholarship. There's nothing in India called 50% scholarship. They are doing this query for commission basis, because if you process a student from Liberia or any part of the world to come in India to certain institutions, you'll be given an opportunity to get a commission on based on the student that you bring in. So we are all talking to the Liberian government and to our legislative caucus, our business partner of NIMBA, to help augment the strength of the Liberian students, I mean the NIMBA students that are pursuing education in India. So thank you very much, Mr. Topo, and to the entire team of NUSA for this hard work. And let's keep the door open. Let's keep knocking at their door, because once we are far us, like they said, we are not making progress. I mean, they are not seeing us physically. They will not do what is meant for them to do. So let's keep talking to them, and hopefully all will be one of these days. Thank you very much, CEO, and thank you for accepting them on this platform.
Yeah, I've been saying this over and over, and we'll continue to say it. The people in Liberia, if you want to listen, fine. If you don't want to, fine. But there is no free scholarship. That thing in India where they say 50%, myself, I found out people that I knew personally when they say, "Oh, I have this organization, I'm bringing people to." I knew somebody that was charging $4,000 just to process you. If you are giving $4,000 to this person just to process you, and this person is not living in India, so which means when you get there, you will be stronger. And this goes to the parents. And I always say, if you decide to send your child to India, make that effort. Make you yourself ask people. Don't they allow your child to come and say, "Oh, Papa or Mama, I got 50% scholarship. My friend said one can't." There is no work in India for Liberians. The people have over a billion population. Their population is about 1 billion. They don't even have the job. So how will a Liberian work over there? They are just living there by the grace of God, those ones that are serious to go to school. So what we are saying here tonight is not about stopping your child from going to go learn. If you have the financial capability, if you have a very strong person that will support your child over there, that's fine. Even those of us that are in America that get people in India, we complain about the expenditure. Just take, for example, $100 house rent times 12, 1,002, tuition $750, 1 year, 1,005 right there. And that person got to eat every month. That person got a transportation to go to school. Computer, you talking about, I can sit right here and buy a computer for $200-$300, but to ship it to India, it will cost me about the same amount that I bought a computer here to ship it to India. So if a person is buying computer in India, it's about $500, $600, $800 worth of machine. So all of those expenses comes into play. We are just giving this analysis to the public that please, if you don't have the financial capability, don't be fooled by those 50% commissioners. They get share into that money you pay, because you got to pay. They tell you, say your first money you got to pay $1,000. Their tuition to the school is just about $750. The remaining $250 for the person that bringing the commission in, that bringing you in. That is their commission. So that's what we're saying. Gentlemen, we will turn it over to you guys for your parting comments, and then after that, we'll call it a day from here. We'll start with you for Mr. PRO.
Okay, thank you. It's been a nice discussion tonight, and we appreciate you for giving us the time. And we are standing back for more promotions. I will also recommend to your office that we plan a specific time where we will do a fundraising on this platform as we keep on the publicity for us to meet up with our goal. Thank you. We appreciate the time, and we hope that as we continue engaging our invitees, we will get a positive responses from them. Thank you towards our support. Thank you.
All right, Mr. President, it's over to you.
Thank you. I think I'm so much happy that you always invite us. You always have us on your platform. Like the other time, you hosted us again and we talked nicely. And today, this morning again, we are here. I want to say thank you so much. You have been helping us. And I want to the same point I want to raise that just what my PR said about whether there will be the needs for us to have the time to do some fundraising to help the organization, to help the program. At least if you can help us in that dimension, that will be fine also. And I want to say a big thanks to Mr. Jackson Zuo for, we have to let the people know of what is happening. Yes, we are actually finding difficulties here. Whenever your own is okay, your friends are not okay, you are not still okay. So that is the problem that we're facing here. Yeah, every level, other people here, they don't get that. It is well with them. They are support coming in time. And the They in the hostesses, they are not worried about anything. But we are from the country, we are one. And we've seen our friends and our brothers are out there. They are not going to school at all. Yeah, they are not going to school at all. I came here 2024 March. I met a brother here. He made friend with me, and yeah, and I've never seen him on the campus one day. But he told me that the very time he came, after 1 month, a mother that he was depending on died. It won't pass up. There is no way. So, and document expired, everything expired. He just in Haiti. Yeah, we talk even yesterday. Make him go to some of the area to do airport job at night. You don't work in the day in the first place. At night, and and he thinking how to go back Liberia. A lot of things happen here, CEO, that we just trying to make people understand. Anyway, so I want to say thank you again. We will always talk about this. I mean, in our week, in our little poor way, we will try our best, and people will understand too. Like the other day, we have I appeared on ELBC breakfast show, okay, morning show. Okay, it's a breakfast show. Yes, in the morning with Mr. Colley, and we talk. He said, "Wow, that is challenging. We've been hearing a lot of news in that place all the time." I said, "Yes, yeah." He said, "Okay, but then I mean." He said he told me that he will really try to happen again so that we can talk more about that. So to start engaging the national leader. We will try our best like the way we're doing it now. Yeah. So I want to say thank you so much for tonight. Thank you so much for the listener too. And thank you.
All right, folks. I want to say thank you to you all who has followed us here tonight, who listening to us or who come across this video. We are just appealing to the public to assist and help the students in India. They are in a very far land, and that place is very much a different ground. All of those scenarios, the pictures in our possession right now, it will even show it to you guys. It's very much, disheartening that Liberians will turn on one another to beat them to that extent. It's not the first incident. Liberian, we've encountered so many issues of such. And I think it's about time that we, try to, it's about time. Fode, you've been kind of like quiet and in a dark. Now you show face. Let's hear you say your parting comments.
Thank you, CEO. So we want to say thank you for always having us. And there are a few things I want to suggest. It's good that we have the speaker of the Association of Liberian Students Study here. What we're doing is just a subset of what they should be doing. I think the Liberian government should listen to them more than listening to a county student base. So some of what we're doing are things that ALSI should be doing to continually engage with central government to ensure that there are, presence of the Liberian government here. ALSI leadership has been engaging with central government, and there are times when you're in student leadership, you have to be radical. Diplomacy is not always, the last space or the last place in student leadership. There are times you got to be radical. You see from SOUP at the University of Liberia, there are times you have to call government attention. And to do that, you have to be radical. All the student movement around the world, that's what happened. ALSI leadership here, they're very quiet. I think all the people travel to India here, travel on S1 visa, which is student visa. So automatically what happened with one student, the first group of people who's supposed to intervene should be ALSI. Although having a conference, coming to sit with those students to know the school they are in. Or if you were to ask ALSI for the total number of students in India, I think to be corrected, is still not being known by ALSI. I think we should have, a kind of relationship with the with the immigration, so that students entering here will already capture the total number of students, which county they're coming from, what are which program they're coming for, whether undergrad, postgraduate, or so. We should be able to know. The guy who had the gear, and I still try to see why up to now ASI have not been able to invite him to understand what's happening. Because if we are serious, the Indian government are sure will want to listen to us. We should be able to call those kind of people and say, you need to come because you are a student here. When you refuse to come, then we should be the one telling the Indian government that this person need to be deported because they're not acting in conformity with why they are here. They're abusing the rights of the visa, the whole. Those are things the student leadership should be doing. That is why we want the NEMA students to be established to handle NEMA issue exclusively, but AFI should be handling the bigger ones. If these things happening, we cannot go in now because we're not being inducted. So we stay like, just among each other yet. But if we are inducted, these are things we should be intervening. I thought he was going to be invited as to why this thing happened, between he and the girl, and he had to go to the extent of. I'm very frustrated in some of these things. That's why I just sitting listening today. I'm not talking more today because I think ASI should be able to step in these things while we are here. But they raise fear for me to be here, and we have a bigger student grouping, and that it's not being sitting in or stepping in these kind of things. But now we should be talking about deporting students who are not acting in conformity with why they are here. You're here as a student, and you're not in school, you create too much chaos for other people, you group yourself into gang. The visa was given to you as a student. So if you are not a student here anymore, we should be asking the Indian government to revoke your visa. Or write the Liberian government and tell them, say, you need to talk to the Indian embassy to please talk to their people here to recall social students. They're not acting as a student here. We should not be the one causing problem. We should be the one here when people causing problem for all, and we're trying to see how we can talk to other people to help us. But we are the same people abusing each other. It is difficult to hear that another national was the one attacking Liberians. Only Liberians doing it to each other. So, Jason, you the speaker, I think you should be able to raise this with Parliament. You've not been able to leave you have not left your position yet. You need to raise it. That ASI is the one who's supposed to be inviting students, summon students to plenary and ask them, how long they've been here, whether they acting in conformity with this, or what visa they hold, whether their visa expire. We should be checking with them periodically to see whether these things happening. So thank you so much, CEO. I hope we can be able to have the time to come here where we would say a lot of things again about how students are behaving and how we can be able to help to regulate their behaviors.
All right, folks, I want to say thank you to you all here tonight. It's been a pleasure having you all. We'll continue to spread the message out there and let the public get to know. Y'all do the job. If y'all know people in Liberia, trust their people, y'all put them in and then go to the main office one by one. Gee, we're here for this student, for our brother and sister in India. I didn't want to say us. Do something. A student here, they're not easy. We started at now NEMA University. If you ever heard about Twah River student organization in NEMA University, we were the very first group. I was the financial secretary for that institution. I know what we did. Former Representative Garrison Yelu, now Anthony Garrison Yelu, we went a logger here. You are not speaking to us for a long time because of what we did. So when it comes to students' activity, you got to stand Gidigba in our tradition, Kangan, before you can get those men in. And a higher man, no man do the high head. That's speaking our real Abraham Korokwa. No man higher, but you gotta be higher to deal with that. So don't relent. We're not saying go send Todd over there, but make sure you send people that will persuade the minds of those people to make something happen. So on this note, I want to say thank you to you all for your time here tonight. We'll take leave of you and we'll continue to have the discussion. Once you want to come, you just let us know. I always say we'll provide our free service for you until your program is successful. So thank you all. Jackson, you can stay by. Well, folks, that is it here tonight. We want to say thank you for your time. and thank you for being here tonight. It is the Twah River platform. We were in conversation with our brothers and sisters who are in India. I want to say thanks to Victor Lago, Tatas Lago, who is following us here tonight. This guy is from this guy is watching us from River G County. I want to say thanks for following us here tonight, Mr. Kawi, Mr. Titus Lago. Thanks for following us. You know, we are just appealing to the public that our people in India, Liberians, you know, it's very pathetic that a Liberian will be fighting another or one another, attacking one another. And I think the purpose for which someone went to India was to learn. And I stand to be corrected. These things are things that are meant. If nothing is happening, they got to come down and tell us what they can do about it. Our government need to step in. It's been a good show here tonight, speaking to our brothers and sisters. These are inside pictures. You know, Jackson, like I said, I had two persons there. There were two. One graduated and left. One is still there. Now, and I knew of somebody who is my personal friend, but now because of politics, he drove by from me. Quote unquote, have organization that he brings people to India on a commission basis. And he was one time with me and then was charging people $4,000. I'm like, what? 4,000? When you can just go to the internet and do some research and do your application and do your own paper. But it is quite pathetic that people will go to that extent to be duping people. Because for me, I call it duping. Because if you want to help your brother and sister, it should be a very, clean and clear level. Hey, come on. We can do this. At the end of the day, the person is human being. He or she might say, oh, brother, thank you for helping me. But we let it constantly too much. One late thing. That late thing now is suffering most of our brothers and sisters in India. But it's a very serious thing that we continue to make the announcement, awareness to the public that people need to be very careful and aware of where they're sending their children to. So, Jason, let's hear you, man. We have a few more minutes. Let's hear what you have.
I'll try to write a story as relates to some of the challenges Liberian students are faced with. This is a serious issue. I heard one of them Friday saying that I'm the Speaker of the Parliament, I'm the spokesperson for the Liberian students in India. It's true, but the reality here is some of those Liberians normally have a perception that they come on their individual's visa and they don't need anybody's approval. Until situations of such occur, that's the time they can rush to the leadership of a Liberian student in India. That is true because we're having too many challenges, Liberians attacking Liberians, South Sudanese attacking Liberians, and all of those issues. But if it happens in Liberian situation, the only issue is you guys go and settle between yourself. The fact that you're not living in the hostels, anything that happens outside the hostels, the university will not be responsible, especially to some of those universities that don't have time for their students. So I think the Liberian government need to look into this situation and see how best they can bring consulate or embassy in this country. We have too many Liberians in this country, some even here for medical, some here for educations, and for too many different purposes. But to see like Liberia don't have consulate or embassy in India, but India have embassy in Liberia. These are some of the issues the Liberian government.
Yeah, that's one thing I always say. There are embassies in Liberia, so why can't we have at least a consulate in India?
Yes,
Sorry,
that's
man,
a problem.
go ahead.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's one of the major challenges we are facing here. But howbeit, let's keep the conversations going on. And thank you for the time. I'll see you, and we're hoping to be here at all time because it's just like the timing. And sometimes it's rare. They say meet you on the show later on. The sleep will carry. That's a problem. But howbeit, thank you for the show.
Yeah, you missed the show last time, man.
Amazing! Oh, amazing! I wanted to show amazing. I screamed mad. I woke up. I don't see. I want jump the land. I left the show already. It was just like I said, no, only let me just go back to sleep. But albeit, we can still extend the invitation. There are too many unanswered questions that they need to be answered as relates to unfolding within the district. Thank you for the show, Lars, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. I know it's morning time. You gotta go to bed. Well, folks, it has been a good conversation here tonight. We were in conversation with our brothers and sisters in India. And, you know, some of you might be tired of us saying this over and over. But what we are saying to the public, simple, especially our mind, pardon, who's selling their bitter ball in Liberia. You know, who's selling their cocoa slippers to make ends meet. There is nothing called 50% scholarship. It is not. Let's take, for example, all right, per semester, which runs for 4 months, is depending on the course your child is about to do. Some is $2,000 per semester. And then some is how you call it? 700. That's a 1,000 per semester. I might be getting it wrong, but let's say $2,000 per semester. So which means in 1 year time, your child's school fee will be $4,000. All right. And then some is what? $750 per semester. So which means in 1 year time, you will pay about $1,500. So let's say it's $1,000 per semester, and then in 1 semester time, you pay about $2,000, $700 per semester, and then in 1 year time, the tuition will be about $1,500. That's 1 year tuition. That one, there's no if and everybody. Now, take for example, the child here would live either to the dorm or will live on his or her own. House rent, $100 every month. So if you time that 100 every month times 12, in 1 year time you'll be paying $1,200 for house rent. Plus the other 1,500 or 2,000 you added there. Now the person got to eat every day. Okay, they child need transportation. Besides the transportation, they need something to in their pocket. They also need something to put inside themselves for in case of emergency, that medication. They ain't get no. When the people go there, go to the clinic, they are on a team different. Their prices are different because, quote unquote, they are Africans. But we are just laying down those premises that you should be aware that when you sending your child over there, if you don't have the financial strength, those people that are going around, I would say we got 50% scholarship deduction, that commission, that go by chop. That be the commission at big book that go by chop. You chop by chop. You and I know very well what is go by chop. They go by chop. I'll go take my planting from Nima and bring it to go by chop fee. Then somebody who didn't know how I suffer to sell the planting on the go by chop fee, how I suffer to get the planting from the bush to bring it to Monrovia now. That person will be there selling the planting, and then the chopping on the side. It happened to me at first when I got into Gowacho market. I went about planting and brought it to town. I know the business. The person that I went to, in like bro won't say we know why it is. I end up going home empty-handed. And this is one of the reasons that we are saying, my people, if you don't have the strength to send your child there, don't do it. Because a lot of Liberians live there, not going to school. Just take, for example, Liberians, you have some notorious guardians there too that beat him on and other people. Just they feed the leg at the beat on. I have the picture with me. when you see that blood, a man beating a lady to that extent that you try to kill animal. There are people who are there not going to school, but they're just there on a gangster life. And those people, some of them are victims of the lies we're talking about. Because somebody told them, come here, you got, we are working. They will go to somebody will find areas and take pictures and say, oh, this is where I work. And you know, social media thing, you're taking pictures, nobody they say, get out of my place from taking pictures. But we are just letting you people know that it is not bread and butter in India. It is not in Monrovia that your child will say, oh my, not easy. One way or the other, that person will find a relative or somebody that will bring relief to that person. But we're in India, we're talking about East. We're talking about Asia. It's far off from Liberia. So please, some of y'all get tired because I will continue to say it is not like we want you to stop sending your children. We don't want you to send your children or your child or maybe children over there. But what we are saying is do investigation. You yourself can get up and take phone and call that school they're talking about. Say, I heard you have 50% scholarship. How that work? And let that institution reveal to you. Because the thing is, the school and those guys that are spreading those information are in business. I mean, you bring people, you bring one person to us. You bring one person. The person tuition is maybe 1,000 to start. Okay. Out of the 1,000, it encourage you to bring in about. You were able to convince maybe 1 or 2 persons to come in, and those people are to pay, let's say 1,000 before they start. You know, in that 1,000, we're going to have in, that person get about $500 because at 2,000 right there, the money the school want is 1,500, and the 2 person now pay 2,000 already, so the 500 there for that other Johnny or Mary. So that's how some of them survive. And that is what happening to our children in India. So it's very important that we do study. I have not heard a complaint from Rwanda. Though it's not rising in Rwanda, but the complaints that comes from India is not as compared to Rwanda. I'm not preaching for Rwanda. Myself, I regretted why I didn't send my son to Rwanda. And I sent him to India. Because the document, even one of those things that people don't understand is that the documents that they live on over there, every 4 months they got to renew it. And to renew it, it's not easy too. You got to pay money. I think about either $50 or $100. You got to pay every month, every 4 months to get that document under your belt. These are all expensive. So if you're selling your beta ball, you know, you're selling your slipper, your cobalt, if you're selling, you know, if you're going through this kind of expensive when you don't have a strong financial backing, and this is not the only child you have, you got other people, other children that you need to feed. Like one other lady that was on that was with them the last time on the show, she said she's a family of 12, which means about out of 10 siblings, she has about out of 8 or 9 siblings. So the mom and papa go to a family of 12 right there. And then she's in India in this condition. And she was lied to. Now she's there, nowhere to go back. She got to continue. But then the parents also have another children who are attending other colleges and universities in Liberia. Just think of that. So let us not be fooled by those things, statements are going around that this going to happen. You come here, is this, is that, that organization. That thing is very simple. Do your own research. Do your own inquiry. Maybe the research will be work. Do your own inquiry. Go to those school websites and get the information you want. Their phone number can be there. Get on phone, call them yourself before you agree to send your child over there. And their presence there, we just got to pray to God. Thank God they always hear saying it. It's good to hear from the horse's mouth themselves. Because when things happen, because the Indian police will say that it's same people. So there are still people who will harm another person and go scot-free because the Indian authority, the Indian police will not do anything to them. And as we speak, Liberia don't even have a consulate to talk about embassy. We do have Indian embassy in Liberia. How many Indians that have gone to police in Liberia and police tell them say that it's also Indian people? I still not be correct, and maybe it has happened, I don't know. But what we are saying here is, my people, our children who are in India, they are actually going through a lot. And all of us, right? All of us, it is our collective effort to make sure that we spread this message to the public and let the public be aware that those things, sending your child out of Liberia to go and learn is good. But before you send them, make enough research. Do enough inquiry. Because it's not all rosy down there. Paul, thanks for following from Mandiapu. It is the Twah River platform. Thanks for following. And let's spread the message to the public so that people will not be victims of those lies. Because there are a lot of Liberians, a lot of Nigerians who live in that country that are not going to school because they don't. Document expired. You got to renew this document, I think, every 4 or 6 months to be able to have status in the country. How many of them I can renew document in Liberia 4 or 6 months in Liberia? How many? But these are daily issues that our brother and sister goes through. And if all of us, those of you that are watching, those young people that are watching, those young folks that are following this platform, if all of us can listen and spread a message out there, it will help the people who will survive this scheme. I call it scheme. There is no work in India. That's the reality. Nobody, all the things that they say, oh, are working, you can't hear, you will work. My people that lie. No work in India for Liberians. The Indians themselves don't even have job because of their populations. So at least to talk about you to get job and work in India, and it's not. Let's, all of us join hands to spread this message to the public. Let our people get to understand. And to our Liberian authority, the Liberian government, we beg you. The president of this NEMA student organization stated earlier that in fact, their speaker, I call it PRO, Mike Woto, said a representative of Liberia told them that they kept hearing negative information from India. It is true, the negative information. And for the NEMA student organization is what they are saying they want at least a representation from the government to India and see firsthand what is happening there. And see what is happening there. Because there are a lot of things that plays a lot in India. Some of them are there genuinely going to school. Some are there going to school. But there is always some bad elements in society. That is what happening. The children don't have authority figure to run to when things happen. Let's take, for example, the Liberian boy that was doing his master that got killed last year. You know what happened? Was it last year or beginning of this year? You know what happened? The students went to the Indian authority. They said they can't step in. You know why? It was the Liberian student organization that have to call the embassy in Liberia, the foreign ministry in Liberia. And the foreign ministry now got involved and summoned the Indian ambassador to Liberia before now seriousness could be applied for that ball case. But those Sudanese were trying to escape through their airport and then they were arrested there. So it is a serious issue, a serious concern. So we are appealing to our men. My people, y'all please take a visit and go see those children. And y'all please push for at least a Liberian authority figure to be there. Y'all shouldn't wait for another death to occur before something happens. No. It's very serious. Y'all don't wait for death to occur before something happens. I think it's best now to do something so that the next issue will not occur. If you say me by my relative not there, my child not there, my brother not there, my auntie or blah blah blah, no relative of mine in India. True. But one day they will go there. And the people too who are there, they stood in rain and sun to elect you into that office. We're backing you up. You please answer the children call. Mr. CSO, Prince Bill. Or you were a student leader. Gusa, you came from Gusa, you went to Nusa, all those things, all those Sasa. That the same side we're talking about in India. So the children need your help. All of y'all are in our government today from Nima County. All of y'all being in student politics. We saw y'all we saw y'all how you operated at the University of Liberia campus. We saw y'all moving from office to office. Now you're in a same position. Y'all reach out to those children. Y'all respond to their letter. You don't have to go India. Send something. My man, I can't come. You have my own contribution. That's what we should be doing. Myself, we have received letter to go to India. But this time I can't go. I will have to do what I have to do. But we're backing you, man. And we have a saying I say, once a soldier is always a soldier. You guys were once a student leader in the student arena. You all know exactly God has blessed you to be into, and play a key role in Liberia today. Y'all look upon your children, man. We're backing you. All of y'all. Y'all play with me. I'll start naming y'all one by one. Go, why y'all do something for those children? Name our legislative caucus. Y'all receive letter from those children. Y'all please respond to them. If you're not going there, just send your hand. Let the children see it. We're begging you guys. Let something happen. Let's do something before another thing happens there. And all this note, folks, I want to say thank you to you all for your time. For those of you that are listening, our followers, and I'm glad that people from the Twah River themselves, inside Twah River, are listening and following us. Y'all tell the old man and papa then, your brother and sister that say I want to go to India, y'all tell them it's not easy there. They want to know American English. They're not easy there, bro. They play hard. They grind hard, bro. On a very serious note, that's part of the message. Now, I want to say thank you for your time here tonight. We'll continue to say it because we don't want, a lot of victims in India. A lot of people have been victimized. A lot of people have been scammed just for them to gain on your back. Because if I am sending in, but if I am encouraging 4 persons to go, you know how much I'm making on their back? India is already hard. and then I get 2,000 in my pocket. You think I'll not be encouraged because I sent 4%? I encourage 4% to join me there. You think I'll not be encouraged to do more? And the people too that guys came and went there when they are there now, they get into the water now, they start encouraging other people too to come so they can get their own money. That's the whole game in India. There are people who went there genuinely. There are people who have financial capability, but not everybody who have the financial capability. So, folks, thank you for your time here tonight. And I want to say thank you to you all. It is the Twah River platform. What we are looking for is the betterment of Liberia, Nima, and our district at large. No politics. The straight real talk is what we bring to you on a daily basis. Thank you all, and bye from my end. See you next time, guys. Willing, we will be back. As our former president, Charles Dagmana Gange Taylor used to say, God's willing, we'll see you all back. Thank you. Bye from my end.